when you're completely exhausted, rest for an hour. If you're still exhausted, rest for 3 hours. And if you're still exhausted, rest for a day. And if you're still exhausted, rest for 3 days, etc. 1 week, 3 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, 1 year, 3 years, rest. And for certain, Mother Nature will restore you to well-being, to energy, to your natural state, to intimacy with life. So while you're resting, please reflect on the fact that the power of this cosmos brought you here in the first place. That power is presently looking after you, caring for you, loving you. The cosmos is arising as a pure intelligence. The whole body is a pure functioning intelligence that is correcting what needs to be corrected, that is healing you, that is beating your heart and moving your breath and growing your hair, throwing out what's not needed, receiving what is needed. This is how life is functioning. And you're in good hands in this universe. You're in safe hands. So we rest. We leave the body alone, leave the mind alone, and let the intrinsic intelligence of life function in and as the whole body for as long as we need to. Rest. You are resting in the beauty of this cosmos. You are the beauty of life itself. Everything in the natural world is unspeakable beauty. And you are of the natural world. You are the beauty. So we rest. And when you're ready, spontaneously perhaps, after a few moments, we move and breathe in the power of the cosmos that is sustaining us. This moving and breathing is the practical means by which we embrace reality as it is, life as it is. The power of this cosmos that brought you here, that presently sustains you, as it is in every cell of your body. So that's what we do. And there are some simple moving and breathing things that everybody can do. So, assuming complete exhaustion here, I want you to put both hands at your side, arms down. Now I want you to gently move one arm over the head to the floor behind the head, or close to the floor, wherever the arm can go. Inhale, come up. Exhale, arm come down. And I want you to do 4 breaths, moving with that same arm. Inhale, the arm come up. Inhale into the upper chest, and a little pause. Exhale, the arm come down, and the abdominals flatten a little bit as you exhale. Inhale, the arm come up. There's a natural little pause as the breath turns round, and exhale, the arm come down. One more. Little pause, and exhale, the arm come down to your side, abdominals flatten. And now 4 breaths with the other arm. Inhale into the upper chest, the arm lifts the rib cage naturally. Exhale, the tummy flattens naturally. 3 more breaths. Inhale, make the sound at your throat, not the nostrils, not sucking air through the nostrils, but a sound in the throat. The same sounds that your body makes when you breathe and sleep. Inhale, sound at the throat, chest expands. Exhale, sound at the throat, abdominals flatten. One more. Inhalation. Pause. And exhale. Pause. Now, both arms lift together with an inhalation. Both arms. Chest expands, little pause. Hands open a little bit, open to life. Exhale, abdominals flatten. 3 more breaths. Perhaps the biggest inhalation you've ever taken in your life. Your body movement is the same as the breath movement, one and the same. As the body moves, so the breath is moving. And your arms are enhancing the power of your breath. A little more, pausing after inhale, pausing after exhale. Exhale, emptying what is full, expelling the air from your lung. Inhale, receiving what is empty. We empty what is full, and we fill what is empty. And just one more inhalation. Sound at the throat, pause after inhale, and exhale, the arms come down. And now resting. We've done 12 breaths. Let the breath return to normal. Let the heartbeat return to normal. Resting the whole body in the natural state. Let stillness be the context of the whole body. Everything is happening in stillness. Everything, each part of the body is happening in stillness. Both legs, both arms, the whole head are happening in stillness. The same stillness that is in the land, in the trees, that is in Mother Nature, all around. You notice there is a kind of power in that stillness. It is looking after you. Now we're going to do that simply one more time. Inhale, lift both arms over the head, a little pause. And exhale, abdominals flatten. Sound at the throat. Filling what is empty, giving space in the lung cavity to fill up the lung. And exhale, expel the air and push out all the toxins and all the potential viruses that might be lodging there. Inhale, lift up, receive, exhale, flatten the abdomen. One more time. Inhale, come up. Pause. Exhale, flatten. Now, if the energy is there, one more time. Inhale, come up. And a special mudra, a sacred stay. 4 breaths, stationary, in the same breath ratio that you established in the movement. A sacred gesture, hands open and soft to life. Inhale above, exhale from below. Inhale above. Pause, exhale from below. One more breath in the mudra. One more complete inhale. One more complete exhale in the mudra. And one more inhale. And exhale, arms come down. And resting. Resting in the stillness. Resting in and as the whole body. Rest now for as long as you feel is a natural time. Don't force it. Don't try to rest. Just for a natural time, a discrete time, not too short, not too long. Reflect on the stillness that's in the hills on the horizon, in the trees. Even if you're in the city, reflect on the fact that Mother Nature is all around. Reflect on the distant horizon of hills and trees and sky and ocean, Mother Earth in infinite space, in great patterns of galaxies, in interconnectedness of all seen and unseen conditions of the cosmos in which we appear. Rest for as long as you wish. If the energy is still there, one more little practice. Inhale, arms come over the head. Exhale, bring one knee into the chest and hold that knee. A little pause, power out the exhale. Inhale, the leg come down, arms over the head. Pause, same leg, deep exhale. All right, alternate legs. Inhale, the leg come down. Pause, exhale, power out that exhale with the leg movement. The leg pushes the abdominals in and up. 2 more breaths. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, the leg pushes the breath out. 2 more breaths. It feels like the whole body now is breathing for sure. Even the leg is breathing. Inhale, the leg receives the inhalation. 1 more. Inhale, the leg come down. And exhale, bring both knees into your chest. And resting just like that with your limbs up. And this is quite wonderful to have the limbs above the trunk resting. Recording. For anyone who is suffering exhaustion, and for all people anyway, to rest with your limbs above the trunk is very helpful. Your heart gets a nice rest. Cardiovascular is relieved of the constant pressure of gravity, the constant downward pull for a few moments. So this is a good thing to do. Please teach all the mothers and all the fathers and the grandmothers and the grandfathers how to move and breathe and then rest for a few moments with the legs up like this. And if that's not comfortable, simply put the legs up on a chair or cushions. Even if you're in bed, let cushions and pillows lift the legs above the trunk, and after a little bit of moving and breathing, rest like this. Now, I know you'll find when you do some breathing, as we just did, the body starts to feel the energy of life that is pulsing, always there. And you might want to continue. You might feel a little stronger. So let's do that now. Continue after a few minutes of resting with the limbs up. Would you put both hands over the top of the knee? On inhale, expand the chest and let the legs come away from the chest as you straighten the arms. On exhale, fold both knees into the chest and a little pause after exhale. Now four more breaths like that. Inhale, chest expands, legs come away. Exhale, abdominals flatten. Inhale, the legs come away from the chest. Pause after inhale. Exhale, knees come into the chest. 2 more breaths. Maybe lengthening the pause after the exhale and after the inhale, but especially after the exhale. The leg movement is the breath movement, one and the same. As the body moves, the breath is moving. One more exhale. Pause. And you could do a few breaths more or rest. Now for those of us who are feeling strong, inhale, put the feet on the floor close to the body and lift your back from the floor as the arms come over the head. Lift up and pause, and exhale, come down and flatten the abdominals in and up. Do 4 more breaths like that. This is for people who feel the strength, feeling strength in your lower back, strengthen the whole body. And for those who suffer discomfort in the back, this is a universal bad back practice that can help a lot if the strength is there to do it. Now stay. Exhale, flatten the abdominal. Stay in the same breath ratio that you established in the moving aspect. The same length of breath. The exhale, flattening the abdominal, pause after exhale. Inhale, increase the back arch a little. Pause after inhale. Exhale, flatten the abdominal. Inhale, increase the back arch. Increase the pause after inhale. One more exhale, one more inhale in this beautiful strengthening posture. The neck is strengthened. The blood rushes to the head. And exhale, come down. Fold the knees into the chest. Resting one more time. Again, this advantage of having the limbs above the trunk. The organs too relieved from the constant downward pressure of gravity. The organs in a better arrangement with each other, stimulated together, resting together, cooperating together, all the lower organs. Giving time for the body to adjust to the new arrangement. The abdominals, the sacs that hold the organs in place, now strengthened. It's a good arrangement, daily practice. Now, place the feet on the floor, close to the body. Put your arms at shoulder height. On inhale, do nothing, into the upper chest. On exhale, twist both knees to one side as the head turns to the other side. A twist. Pause and inhale, lift the legs again. Keep the feet on the floor, keep it simple. Exhale to the other side as the head turns in the opposite direction and pause after exhale. All right, 4 more breaths, moving like that. Inhale above, pause, and exhale from below. Pause out after exhale. Continue. Such a twist on exhale is very calming to the nervous system and mind. One more exhale. Such a twist is very strengthening to the abdominals at the base of the body and stimulate the organs. And rest there on the side that you're on right now for 3 breaths in the same breath ratio that you achieved in the movement. Inhale above into the upper chest and pause, and exhale from below, twisting from the base. Increase the twist on the exhale and ease the twist a little bit on the inhale. All right, on the next inhale we're going to come up to center and exhale to the other side and stay 3 breaths. Releasing what is old to receive what is new. Emptying what is full, filling what is empty. Good. And on your next inhale, come on up. On the next inhale, so come on up. And hold the knees, exhale again, bring the knees into the chest. And resting again with the limbs above the trunk for as long as you wish. And then finally, when you're ready, putting the legs down and resting completely with the palms up and open, the hands a little distant from the hips, and just let your mind scan the whole body and rest each part of the whole body in the whole body, because you are the whole body. Whatever the whole body is altogether, you are that. In its seen and its unseen reality, you are the whole body. So everything is happening in stillness. Let stillness be the context of the whole body. Everything in this cosmos, including your body, is arising in stillness. Stillness is the condition of our situation. But please notice there is a great power in that stillness, a great intelligence, a great nurturing is upon us. A great movement arises from and in the stillness. Just like the ocean is vast and still, and yet there is great power in the ocean. So rest there for as long as you wish in your natural state. And rest now in life as much as you need to. And punctuate that rest with some time of moving and breathing as we just did. Emptying the lung, filling the lung, the whole body participating in the breath, and the strength of the anatomy strengthening the breath, releasing what is old to receive what is new. It could be good to open the windows when you do the breathing practice, and you don't need to do too much. A little bit, punctuating the rest, letting your rest go deeper into your natural state. Leave the body alone and give it a chance for its intrinsic intelligence to function and make the changes it needs to make, throwing out what's not needed, receiving what is needed. And enjoy your restedness for as long as you want to, as long as you need to. And return to this at least once a day, and in these extremely difficult times, maybe several times a day. You don't need to do too much of the breathing, just a little bit. Thank you for practicing.